course, now the wind dies down. Apparently it's supposed to be very windy, stormy for the next few hours. And I'm lying here. I technically have like an hour before I actually like need to get up and get ready for work. But yeah, the inspector person, whatever, hasn't showed yet. But I swear, because they said, anytime between 9 and 5. And I swear, once I woke up and it was like 9:10. And it was like, I'm like, okay, just try to go back to sleep. When they show up, they show up. Try to get more sleep. And I managed to get like 45 more minutes, but it took forever because, like, after I woke up briefly at 9:10, it was like every 5 minutes somebody was coming up the stairs or walking through here. And I'm like, oh, okay, here they come. And then nothing. And then a couple of minutes later, okay, okay, maybe they're coming. And it was like impossible to go to sleep. And finally I just rolled over and was just like, okay, I'm just gonna try to sleep. And then that kind of stopped happening. So it's like 11:30. So, they'll be here when they're here. I doubt I'm gonna be able to go back to sleep anymore. I got me probably about maybe a little over 7 hours altogether, so not the worst. So yeah, I'm gonna try to squeak out a quick shower. Look at the place. Again, as I mentioned in my video yesterday, the only issue that I can really notice is this. And that happened because this has no give to it. Okay, it's barely even put in. Like, look at this. Like, it's made an indentation in the door there. Like, they put this in. And it's like, so, look, we never opened the door this far. We opened the door this far very sparingly, so it only took a little bit of contact before that happened. I don't know, that may have even been like that before we moved in. So that's the only real blemish I can see in this whole place. Hello. All right, well, it's looking more and more like this is gonna happen after I leave. Because I have to leave in like 20 minutes. Fortunately, my girlfriend gets home like usually like 5 minutes before I leave, so there's some crossover, so we don't have to. I don't trust some random stranger coming in here doing an inspection on my apartment without us being here, so there's gonna at least be one of us here. But I was kind of hoping, obviously I don't want to deal with it, nobody wants to deal with this, but I was kind of hoping that I would be the one that would end up dealing with it, just because, like, more than anything, like, my girlfriend had to get up at 3 in the morning, go to work. She's like just about to get off, so she's gonna come home, she's gonna be tired, she wants to rest and relax, and she's gonna have to sit around waiting for these people to finally show up. Oh man, if they don't show up, like, they're just like, oh, well, I guess we're gonna have to reschedule. Oh, I will not be happy, because this literally cost me like 2 hours sleep. So a slight alteration in plans. Obviously the person's still not here, and I gotta leave in like 2 or 3 minutes. My girlfriend just texted me, and she's not gonna be coming home. No, it's just, I guess some people she said that some people were, she didn't give me details, but she said some people were making fun of her at work, which really pisses me off. I don't have to punch a hole in drywall, which we really don't need today of all days, but it's like, my girlfriend has fucking autism, you fucking asshole. Not you, the viewer. I'm talking to those people. My girlfriend has autism. She has anxiety. She has OCD. You know what else she also has? By far the best work record at that Target. So why don't you do a little less of this fucking shit and do a little more fucking working like she does? Oh, I'm already stressed from all of this. So yeah, she doesn't need to be here. I took a detailed video of the whole apartment in case any shenanigans goes down. So yeah, she's going over to her parents. She doesn't want to be here. She doesn't need to be here dealing with this after that. And if anybody wants to come on here and be like, well, you don't make fun of it at work, it happens. Again, do I have to repeat myself what I just said a minute ago? I hope not. So, yeah, so it's fine. I'm certainly not going to pressure her to be here. I took literally a detailed video of everything in this apartment. So if this inspector person has anything really to say beyond this little, mark in the door, which is literally the only thing that's out of place in this apartment, I have evidence to the contrary. Now, again, I'm probably just being paranoid. Usually when I get worked up like this about something that's going to happen, oh my God, they're going to say this, they're going to say that. They usually come back and say, yeah, it was fine. It's like, great, I got all worked up for nothing. Number of times that's happened in my life, you don't even want to know. Okay, deep breath. I don't want to stress myself out too much because that sometimes triggers my fibromyalgia pains. But anyway, so I'm going to, everything's looking fine. I'm off to work then. I'm probably gonna have to edit this on my regular computer tonight because this will probably be longer than the usual vlog. But yeah, no inspector person. They'll probably be here in like 10 minutes because that's how it always goes. All right, off to work. It's blustery. So right when I got off, the guy that was drinking mouthwash last night got on the max, going that way instead of this way. And he had another mystery bottle with him. But it wasn't mouthwash. It looked like it was just like Pepsi or something. So, I don't know. Maybe on Wednesdays, this guy's back to a normal beverage drinking routine. And Tuesday nights are reserved for the real crazy stuff. Well, that sign's definitely new, but probably not inaccurate. Big bag. I got some stuff to make more, like a taco salad again. I just bought some chicken chunks in a can, which it's not the classiest move in the world, but I'm sick and tired of having to remember to defrost chicken and then having to cook it when I get home. I'm like, how about I just take it out of the can, throw it in, and cook it up nice, and it's easier. It's already cooked. And anyway, then I got other stuff for the day. Salad, a little bit of fruit, some protein stuff. The huge. I'm on my first break and I am sluggish today. It is, I can't even like finish buttoning my shirt properly. Yeah, I'm not really in a lot of pain. I'm having some discomfort, but I'm just sluggish is the only word. I'm a car that needs to be serviced, and I'm just kind of like just puttering along and just going. Uh-oh, I think we have an angry customer. Why does this guy have a bag full of stuff? I don't know what's going on up there. I don't know, it looks like a bag of stuffed animals. He's probably putting stuff in the arcade machines. Yeah, he's heading right towards the arcade machines. I thought this was something sketchy. This guy's kind of a little dirty looking. He's got this big bag full of stuff on his shoulder. And we have a no bag policy. So I'm like, you can't just be letting a guy bring a huge bag full of random stuff in. And then I'm like, those look like stuffed animals. And then he went straight to the arcade. Because it's strange, we've had this arcade, I think, since the theater opened, but we don't actually own it. Somebody else actually owns the arcade. So, like, if somebody loses their dollar on a machine, we'll get them tokens and stuff, but, like, we have, like, one thing that you win prizes for, but when you win, you have to, like, send them proof, and then they send you the item. They'll win something, they'll come out to us and be like, where's my prize? And I was like, we don't have it, because we don't actually own the arcade. We don't. Like, we go in there to sweep it, but we actually don't maintain it. We used to, but we don't anymore. It's kind of an interesting thing. So anyway, I'm gonna enjoy what of my break is left. It's not too horribly busy today, so hopefully that'll
make things a little bit easier. And, I'll have 2 of my 5 days under my belt. That's better than nothing. Anyway, I'll get back to you all later. Okay, it's my half now. And it's like 7:15, so I got like, by the time I get back, I'll just have a hair over 3 hours left. This is like the only time I can take my break where we actually have enough time without me missing stuff. There's 4 of us, and it's a Wednesday, so we haven't had a lot of issues or anything. And I was feeling a little crappy earlier. It was kind of lingering with me, and again, I think, that was probably just the stress of waiting out for that whole inspection thing that's, I assume, happened by now, since they said they'd be doing it before 5, and it's way past that now. And I just haven't been thinking about it since I've been at work. It's a waste. So maybe that's adding to me slowly starting to feel better at this point in the day. Hopefully. Last break, my last 15. Got about an hour and a half left to go. Not much to report. I'm just a little bit more tired than I was when I was on my half. Yeah, I'm just real tired. Oh, probably even more sleepy than just tired. The shake up in my sleep cycle last night, I think, definitely had an effect. So, plot thickens. So, I've been having multiple issues with my legs. Not like ongoing injury crap, just I'll randomly strain something here, strain something there. I'm working 40, 42 hours a week recently, so a lot of stuff's going on. And we get to the end of the day. We're down to like the last hour. It's pretty much 10 o'clock. And I'm in... let me set the stage for you, because I got about 4 or 5 minutes before I need to actually start. I have a ride coming, so I have like 5 minutes before they come, because obviously, I don't want to be meandering all over the place, heading to the max with all the crackheads, and I'm like, I can't run. But I sprained my ankle. That one right there. It's not like, obviously I'm walking on it. I'm mostly walking on it because it keeps it from tightening up, which of course I'm not doing right now, so I should probably keep moving around. But anyway, so you go into the doors into 16. There's a trash can here and a trash can there. So I go to this trash can first and then that trash can. So as I'm leaving, you go forward and then you turn to leave the auditorium. Well, when I took that turn, all of my momentum shifted in that direction. And my leg just didn't move. And so it kind of went... So it was like a real quick, like, as opposed to like jumping and landing with all your weight on your ankle. And then it's like you're screwed for like a week. So it's not the worst thing in the world. And like it's a little bit painful. I feel like it'd be even more stiff and painful if I immediately stopped walking on it. There's some sketchy people around here, so maybe I shouldn't linger too far from the building. But yeah, so that happened. So I'm just gonna do what you do in these situations. Fortunately, I've had a sprained ankle many times, and I'm just gonna elevate it, ice it, and 2 to 11 tomorrow. So here's to, if it's really tight and really, again, because of how abrupt and short it was, I'm like 50-50 about being able to work tomorrow, but I would very highly doubt it would take more than 24 hours before I was able to, or before I was pretty much feeling okay. Obviously that's an issue to deal with tomorrow. So yeah, this is just a day full of fun, juicy drama, beginning to end. I just want to get home, Where's that ride? I also had my first time ever, 15 years in the workforce. This is the first time I've ever had to fill out an accident report. Because the ailment, it did happen at work. Obviously, it's not a very severe thing. I didn't have like a whole thing of boiling oil poured on me. So I had that experience. First time I've ever, at least as far as I can remember, that I've done a employee injury report thing. It's not the first time I've, hurt myself at work, but I guess this is the first time that me or a manager thought about doing that. So multiple firsts today. Woo! Keeping it warm. We're at the max stop. I've officially seen 3 different people in 3 different areas over here. And they're all smoking crack. I'm not kidding. I'm literally just staying as far away from humanity as I can. Because there's someone that was crouched down. There's these little lockers that they let you put bikes into down over there. There's someone who's just crouched down in between 2 of them, just smoking it up. And there was another guy that was up on the platform. It looks like he went away, so thank God. Because I'm like, he was walking the direction opposite from where I am now, but just, and there's people like just walking around and like digging in the dirt, probably looking for, God knows what. It's just, and it's like, I think people know the consequences of being in this area, because I'm noticing many nights when I'm, not leaving till after 9 p.m., I'm the only person here who isn't like sketchy. Everyone else has figured out, or at least gotten into a position where they don't have to take the max anymore. I don't have a choice. Don't have the money for a car. Even with my recent pay raise, I don't have money for a car. And I heard that the control of the scheduling at my work is changing hands again, which means I may have issues getting the hours I need. Hopefully not, but one manager has been doing our scheduling for the last, there's a hair in my face, but has been doing our scheduling recently, is apparently getting the job taken away. So I'm hoping my hours don't take a nosedive, because I will be livid. So there's a very definite reason why I try to get here as close to when the max shows up as possible, because I don't want to be here. Like, I've already been here 4 minutes. Like, the max should be here by now, but it always runs a little bit behind. But it's like, I don't want to be here. There's never anybody else here who isn't sketchy. That's what it is. Like, there's 2 people over by a vehicle here that I don't really know. They're just kind of over. A lot of people pull in with their vehicles, like homeless people, though. But I'm guessing maybe that's what they are. I don't know. I'm seeing the max coming over the horizon now, so barring any crazy insanity in the next 30 seconds, I'll be able to get on the max without getting messed with by anybody. At least, fortunately, most of the time, people aren't down here. And a lot of the stops on my way home, I notice nobody gets on. So there's just not a lot of regular people taking public transportation anymore, and I'm just kind of out here stuck with it. All right, I'm home. I'm gonna make some food, and I got another vinyl, because I think I mentioned I bought a bunch of them, and I'm not sure what's in here. Safe and sound. I'm a little crooked though, because I'm trying not to be on my ankle for too long. I need to make something for dinner, so I'm gonna keep trying to, like, be gentle, but move it and stretch it a little bit, keep it from getting too tight. This is the really famous album, the one that has Africa and Rosanna and all that on it. Yeah. Hell yeah. One more for the collection. And I'm going to be doing a video, I think I mentioned this, where I'm going to be like going through my whole vinyl collection just to show what I have so far. There's the leg. Propped up, nice and good like, as you're supposed to do. It's not too uncomfortable, so hopefully, again, like 50-50 about work tomorrow. On a side note, so again, we have no experience. Both my girlfriend and I have no experience dealing with this stuff, this inspection thing. So we look a little closer at it, and it's the pre-moving out inspection. Well, we're only like halfway through our lease. Our lease goes until the end of March next year. Nobody showed up when I was home. My girlfriend got home after they would have been here. There's like, they didn't leave a note, nothing. I don't know if that's standard, but it doesn't seem like anybody ever came. So we're wondering now if this was a mistake all along. And that wouldn't surprise me. There's like, what? I mean, God, there's got to be at least 150, 160 units here with, new people moving in, moving out each week almost, roughly. And see, like, when Oregon Health Plan, there's been at least 3 times that I can think of where I got, a letter printed off, my name, my health insurance information, got sent a letter from the state saying, oh, you've been rejected, you no longer are on the Oregon Health Plan, right in the middle of like my year of coverage. And I've contacted them and they're like, oh, that never should have been sent to you, we don't know why that happened. So we're going to clarify tomorrow, but we think this was a mistake because it doesn't make sense. We weren't thinking about that before then because we didn't know. We just thought this was just some because we're like right in the middle of our lease. Like, we've been living here like 6 months and 5 days. And we don't have any experience with this stuff yet. So we're thinking that this was all a mistake, but we're going to clarify just to make sure. But it doesn't seem to make any sense that they would even do this right now when our lease isn't even up for another like 5.5 months. So there may have been a lot of fretting for nothing. Now I've got a busted up ankle. This day is garbage. And on that note, I'm going to bed. It's a little after 2, and I'm hoping my ankle, it's buried over there somewhere. This is my good one. Yeah, it's still, I'll have to see how I am in the morning, see how well I've got it kind of surrounded by stuff to kind of, hold it steady. So we'll just have to see how it does through the night, and if work is a genuine possibility tomorrow. It's still looking a little up in the air, but anyway, just in case I am working or whatever, I'm gonna go to sleep. So, yeah, thanks for stopping by, keeping an eye on me, checking out this chaotic day that probably was a lot more stressful than I needed to let it be, but I had $1 for every time stuff like that's happened. So anyway, this has been Steve, and I'll see you tomorrow, either at work or hanging here nursing my, I almost said leg. It's part of my leg, I guess, but anyway, we'll see.